far as like the world building of like the sacred swords and the previous war that happened that stopped it. I think Chihiro has pretty good relationships with Char, Shiba, his dad, and Shoujo. Um, and the action is insane.
No, the action's really good. I'll be honest. I do think that the whole aspect of like the power system centered around like these swords more specific. I mean, yeah, there's magic, but like these swords are like the pivotal part on establishing very important characters and not only the lore and the adventure, but also like really unique abilities is a good good uh path or good what am I trying to say? Good route to go in. Because people are always like that, like action type stuff, and the sword stuff is always something that's never really been like a series made out of. But you see all these anime, manga, and even the big ones where there's like interesting sword lore, right? You got Naruto, the seven Miss Swordsman, One Piece, with all the unique swords that exist in the with different grades and different values. Bleach is literally a whole swords anime, so people like that shit. So smart of them. I don't lie.
Also, you saw Horikoshi spoke about Kagurabachi. Horikoshi said he feels like when he reads Kagurabachi, he's reading something really cinematic. I agree from a standpoint. I think his paneling is insane. Like whether it be like his sequential, like how his panels are very sequential in nature, like how he'll show like very similar images and there's like a slow motion, like a slow. Each panel is a there are subtle differences to show the character in motion. Like he's really good at that. Like and also he I think his pace layouts are very unorthodox. Like I think there's a lot of his pace layouts, like the way that he uses less borders so the characters can be like in the foreground of the page instead of the background, like inside the panel. So he does like all that fourth wall breaking. So I think just how cinematic his pages are is like is also a draw. It makes it easy to read.
Yeah, the action sequences I'm impressed by. Like I'll be honest, like when I read chapter one, I wasn't like that impressed with the expressions and all that stuff. The design looked cool, but once they got into the action part, I was like, okay, this is actually like really intricate action sequences. And then everything kind of else fell in place for me later on. So I was like, all right, after the meme stuff, after the joke stuff, after kind of the overhype, I'm I'm willing to enjoy it much more. I don't lie.
Which manga are we talking about?
Kagurabachi.
No,
I
I've
don't.
Is
seen
I
that
it.
still don't
wrong?
think it's gonna be the next big thing as of yet. I still need to see more, but I don't dislike it as much as I did in the beginning.
I think the reason why I think it's gonna be the next big thing just is off of social media is just powerful these days. It's really
Hmm.
powerful.
Oh, so you think it will be
And
big?
yeah, like the digital stuff for the Harker came out, it did record numbers. Even think about Jujutsu Kaisen. You know, volume 25 of Jujutsu Kaisen, it was the first volume that included the first early chapters of Gojo vs. Sukuna. It sold almost 1 million copies in 4 days. That is unheard of. Like like that's legit unheard of. Like usually a lot of manga sell like 2 3 million copies in a year, and that's like successful. Like if One Piece, like at least now, like obviously One Piece's prime, it was selling like over 5 10 million copies a year. But One Piece now is selling about 2 3 million copies a year. That's like a good year for One Piece sales now. Um, Selling almost 1 million copies in 4 days is like unheard of.
Nah, I
And
feel you. Do you think it's gonna be
so
bigger than Sakamoto Days?
I think Sakamoto Days is.
yes, I think it will be. Um, yeah, I think it will. I think it will be just because now Sakamoto Days it does do well. But I think it might be bigger than Sakamoto Days because Sakamoto Days is still, from a social media perspective, a little bit underrated. And Kagabachi from the beginning, because people say all publicity is good publicity. Like whether people joked about Kagurabachi, got a bunch of eyes on it. A lot of people started looking at Sakamoto days, like at least in the West, until JJK started to slow down a bit and have all these breaks. People, oh, let's go to Sakamoto days. Sakamoto days is always like sold well, but I just think that Kagurabachi from the jump, people are like invested. People are like now started talking about Sakamoto days. But like from the jump, people are trying to say, what's this story about? What is Kagurabachi story about?
I feel it. I feel like because I have seen like more stuff about Kagurachi, I'm still behind. I think it could be maybe bigger than like Kaiju number 8, but I think like when Sakamoto Days
Mm.
gets animated, I think like some of those fight scenes are just gonna take it over the top. And like I think like for instance like the fight with the old man, like how he's just cutting buildings and stuff like that, or like when the three guys like when they do like the flashback and they're all fighting in the train, like those type of fight scenes, I think it's just gonna make Sakamoto's like, oh, it's like anime John Wick type vibes. But no, Kagurabachi, like it does, I do get what you're saying how like all publicity is gonna like just make it draw attention, especially with how social media is nowadays. I I have to dive back into the story because I got bored. I think around like chapter 4 or 5, but like I've been hearing good things, so I'll definitely dive back in. But where do you think like its ceiling is in terms of like? Do you think it can like? Because I think we've talked about like My Hero's ending soon, Chainsaw Man's ending soon, JJK's ending soon, Black Clover is Black Clover. So all the major IPs and Shonen Jump are leaving. Do you think that like once all of them are gone, Kagurabachi can like be the leading force, or do you think another anime or like another manga's gonna have to like be number one?
I think it'll be the leading force, and that's because I think a lot of times when people blow up and certain things happen, a lot of it is due to timing. Like things had to fall perfectly into place for this to blow up.
Right.
So a lot of the main series like JJK and all that stuff ending will inherently put more eyes on Kagurabachi. So like it came out right when JJK's ending, My Hero's ending, Black Clover's ending, One Piece is in the final saga. Um, Sakamoto, I don't think Sakamoto's will have a bunch of chapter. Chainsaw Man's in his second part, so it won't be that much longer. So it came up at right at the right time, if I'm being honest.
All right. I'll catch up. I'll catch up just off your recommendation, Ty. If you're saying it could lead the force of Shonen Jump, I'll definitely give it another shot.
It definitely could lead the weekly series. I still think Gogoro Kugai by far is the best new manga, but Gogoro Kugai is a monthly. So for weekly, I mean, from what I am seeing, because like I've seen a bit about with Kagurabachi, Martial Master Asumi, Noe's Exorcist is surviving, and that surprised me. Noe's Exorcist is literally like legit a high school version of Bleach, and I know they're in school in Bleach. This is a high school version of Bleach. That is what Noe's Exorcist is, bar for bar, lyric by lyric. It is Bleach, honestly. Shadow Eliminators is also a JJK Bleach type series, I would say. Shoujo no is like an Elfen Lied type series. If you've seen Elfen Lied, it's a very brutal type manga. I don't know how long Kaiju number 8 is gonna like last. I think it's gonna be a short manga. I think it's gonna end sooner.
I think it's gonna last like more than like 2 more years, probably.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. So in terms of weekly, I'm not actually mad at Kagurabachi being the leading force, especially with a lot of these other manga probably wrapping up, like Undead Unluck, the ones we already mentioned. Yozakura family is going to be gone. Sakamoto Days could probably be done by the time Kagurabachi hits like 60, 70 chapters. So I'm with you. I'm with Ty. No, for weekly, I'm with you. But
I think weekly will be the leading force in just manga because a big piece about it. I'm talking about also. I'm not necessarily talking about the quality. And even though I do think Kagurabachi is a quality story so far, sometimes being popular isn't about necessarily the quality.
True.
It's about like, you know what I'm saying, like timing too. Because like you could argue that there are certain stories that, for example, Demon Slayer was a lightning in the bottle. I think Demon Slayer is good too, but it outsold Attack on Titan. It was just a perfect time. That was
also the anime doing what it did, the anime adaptation.
But that goes into it though, the perfect timing. Like it was during COVID, a lot of people started trying to find things to watch. Anime was getting more popular at the time, and it literally was like the perfect set of circumstances. So
yeah. I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. Also, shout out you, Random, for trying to defend Yuji because
I don't know how you're gonna defend him this week. You have to wait.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, is there Yuji discourse? What's going on?
No, there's a lot of
the super chat said I'm just here to learn to defend Yuji. I'm just
so I asked this to Lonnie in the Xbox party yesterday, right? And when Lonnie asked about Luffy's story, obviously I don't know Luffy's story, but the one thing that I asked is like, why are people. I use Riddell as an example, but they're Riddell understands. He's like, look, he sees what Yuji is, but I've seen some other people, especially since going through on TikTok and stuff, really coming for Yuji's neck. And I'm like, why are y'all giving Yuji a lot of grief when Lonnie's out here asking about Luffy's story in terms of where it stands in the One Piece mythos?
Let me give Ty context because I'm gonna need Ty.
I'm just asking. I was just asking a question. I'm not trying to call it
ready for Tuesday because I don't know if you made a TikTok. I've seen like multiple TikToks about it, and I asked big One Piece people, and like they kind of agreed. I think Riddell agreed too. So at this point, there's so many storylines in One Piece, right? There's like what's going on with Emu, what's going on with Rocks, what happened back at the island with Roger. Like there's so many different storylines where it's like, where do you technically rank in terms of like what you are not what's most important to the story, but what's most important that you want to find out right now with Luffy being Pirate King? Because when I ask a bunch of people, like usually like there's so many things that we're just like we're in the middle of discovering all these different things, but it kind of seems like Luffy actually being Pirate King is like on everyone's like back burner right now. It's like maybe in people's like bottom five, like it's still like people will probably say like 3, 4, 5 things, but they're like, oh yeah, then I want to see Luffy become Pirate King. So it's just like, where do you rank Luffy becoming Pirate King in the overall One Piece story? Because at this point, One Piece is bigger than just Luffy. There's so many different things that we have to discover and unravel. Where it's like, yeah, he's the main character, but like his personal story, like I care more, like right now I care more about like what happened to Nika's original story, what happened to who's Luffy before Luffy. I'm getting drunk.
Joy Boy,
Roger,
Joy Boy, like Joy Boy's original.
Oh, right,
like
Joy
those
Boy.
things, like those things I'm more worried about than like, oh yeah, I want to see Luffy become Pirate King. So that's gonna be like a subject on Tuesday. Like, where do you rank Luffy becoming Pirate King on your priority list in terms of One Piece storylines?
Well, here's the thing. So to
me, don't answer that now because we'll
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm just saying like, where do you rank that personally in terms of like what you want to see develop in One Piece? Because we all know what's gonna happen. Like we all know, like it's gonna become Pirate King.
Wait, are we saving this for Tuesday? That's why we.
Yeah. Lonnie says this will be a good.
But Rand was saying like, yo, like so why? Yeah, because we already know like he's gonna become Pirate King one day. Exactly, Kai. But like Random was like, yo, but y'all are like a lot of people like harp on Yuji because they say like, yeah, he's the main character, but he's not the main focus. I'm saying like One Piece is like broader. It's a lot bigger than JJK in terms of storylines. There's a lot more.
It was just a question I asked. Yeah.
No, I got you. No, Loretta, it's not as you. This is where I get confused, right? People say that Itadori is not the main focus, even though most of the story does focus on him. Like that to me is where I'm so lost. That to me confuses me.
Right.
Beginning of the story, we meet a character who can be the only one in that generation that can suppress Sukuna. That's him being the focus. Then it's the stories about him getting acclimated into the Jujutsu world. That's him being the focus. We have a whole arc with him and Nanami and Junpei. He's the focus. One of the main antagonists of Shibuya is his whole dynamic is predicated off Itadori. People that he meets at the Kyoto school is him fighting Hanami with Toto. He's the focus. The focus is him progressing and learning Black Flash. The only time you can argue he's not like the main focus is during the Gojo backstory and Gojo versus Sukuna. But other than that, he's driving the story. He's the driving the story. Like,
I think a lot of people have,
whether it be Shibuya, whether it be him, the culling games, like him meeting Hikari, having Kuguruma, and then just them switching POVs to me is just like something that all stories do. Like Naruto is not the main POV all of Naruto. Goku's not the main POV all of Dragon Ball. Ichigo's not the main POV all of Bleach. Like that's just normal. But when happens Itadori, people act like, oh, he's not the main character anymore. That is so strange.
That's my biggest problem. Yeah, that's my biggest problem here. Like I understand, and obviously, since Yuta technically did kill Kenjaku, I think he's officially been killed.
Well, can we read the chapter?
Oh, okay, my bad. But okay, I guess spoilers, but we do understand that Sukuna's gonna beat Yuta, right? He's gonna do that.
Yeah,
well, I don't understand that.
He's gonna do that.
Bro.
He's gonna take Yuta.
I want to read the chapter, and I want to see this boy Yuta do what he do.
Before you do that, I did have a question for Ty. Like it is like because it's a personal question for Ty because we all know that how like when Gege started originally started making JJK, like Yuta was the original main character. That's how we got JJK 0. And then Shonen Jump bought it, and then he said, "Hey, we need a new character for like a new IP." And then he just decided to make Yuta like a prequel, and then eventually introduce him into the story. So my question, Ty, because low key, I still haven't been able to finish your second volume because my girl stole it and has not given it back. It's like she's a freaking python, and like every time I try to take it from her, she hisses at me.
Just buy her another one. Just buy her hers.
No, because it has to be mine.
That's why I'm saying buy her hers and get yours back.
No, because then she would just keep both.
That's crazy.
This is Taylor. She would keep both.
That's crazy.
She'd be like, all right, this one just goes on the bookshelf, and then this one is to read. That's how she would do it. So
WP,
my question to you is like, if a big company offered you like a contract, like say Shonen Jump said like, hey, we want to do Hustle, but you need to make a new main character. Is there a main character already in your story that you're thinking of, or would you like create, or do you have like something in mind for that?
So here's the thing. I have 3 MCs, and you get to see that mainly in volume 2 because TJ, Carl, and Lisa are the 3 main characters. Their story has equal importance.
They told you straight up that should be a side plot. I need a central focus.
Yeah, I need like a
whole. So if I ditch those 3 characters and I just have to find a new one.
Yeah, like do you have an idea of like?
Oh, you don't I would try to convince them to see if they like Carlos enough.
You make them a side plot, and that's what
Carlos should be. Like that's who I would recommend if I was you. I'd like try to convince them to say, "What about Carlos?"
But
I really like what you're doing with them.
No, they said no. Shonen Jump goes like, I need a new main character.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Because I'm about to say Carlos is the main character. Like it's an ensemble cast the same way Hunter is. But I'll make some shit up. I'll make it happen somehow.
That's tough.
That is
tough. Currently, but if Shonen Jump is like, we need a new main character, a new main character will be written.
No, it makes sense.
A new main trope, like oh shit, like I need to make. But then you can still incorporate your old characters in it somehow.
Facts.
I think.
Oh, real quick question before you get to the chapter. So then, how do you think Yuji will be viewed after JJK ends? Especially in terms of MCs. Yeah, in terms of MCs.
Technically, the MC. I don't know what else. I mean,
but remember,
Kai and me distinctly differ in terms of how we view Yuji. Well, I mean, I think Yuji's
because
I don't have a problem with.
I think that the main character is the person we follow the most. That, like, I feel like a lot of people have different criteria. For example, I'm not saying this is Rydell, but I've heard people say, "Well, how is he the focus if he's not the strongest?" Like, where y'all getting this weird criteria? Like,
what is that criteria,
bro? But if people see, he doesn't get the MC power up. I'm like, bro, that is not what makes a character the main character. Do we follow them the most? The story. The answer is yes. You cannot dispute that he is 100% the character we follow the most. That is that's not even an opinion. Right, just because a story is about unsealing Gojo does not mean that we don't follow Itadori the most. That doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like me saying, well, Ruki is the MC of Soul Society because we're going to free her. I'm like, no, still Ichigo.
Why do people confuse power? Why does the people think that just
I don't know. My problem isn't with
has to be the main character.
Yeah, my problem isn't with Yuji. I think it's more with Shonen Jump and maybe like Gege's like main editor, because like there have been like multiple reports of like how he's wanted Yuta to be more in the story, or like there was the part where he wanted to kill off Yuji and Shibuya and replace him with Yuta.
I mean, I would have been interested in that.
I think there was another case where like it wasn't even about Yuji. Like he wanted to implement something else in the story, and like his main editor just said no, redo this. And then like
hating on my boy Yuta.
That would have been interesting. Or even the heel turn with Yuji after Shibuya.
Hashtag we want Yuta. You know how
I'm not gonna lie.
We want Yuta.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think that would have been. I don't think that would have worked at all.
To kill Yuji off after Shibuya.
Yeah.
It depends on how they do it. To be honest,
it's not just about. We see Shonen Jump like put their hands in the pot when it comes to these authors a lot. Like how My Hero Academia, like
I was just about
the author was really into the villain arc, and then he said, "Hey, people in Japan don't like this. You need to wrap this up."
It's a shame. My Villain Academia arc is very well done.
That was a shame. That was a shame.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I wanted to dive deeper into it, but like I was told to like kind of hurry it up because they didn't like it. So it's
So
like
do you think people in Japan just have a problem with, I guess, a really big popular shonen like that diving into its villains like that?
apparently it was a cultural thing. Apparently, that's what's speculated, that like they didn't
So
like they were viewed as like delinquents, and like they were glorifying the delinquents in the show, and that's not good Japanese culture apparently.
I ain't gonna lie. What I've heard about it is
I don't
that
understand that.
a lot of darker and horror things don't do as well. Typically, they can, but just typically.
Fair.
Um, like for example, that's why I think the Dead Man Wonderland anime never finished because of the tone.
Oh,
Great
that's a
manga,
shame.
by the way.
It
Great manga.
wasn't received well. So I think that might just be like a
So yeah, can't really
unless
fix
you
that
like
'cause that's
Berserk or
culture,
something.
but
Unless you like Berserk or something, you gotta lock in.
I mean, it's definitely possible that stuff could be changing for Japan, considering how well Attack on Titan did. But maybe
And
that.
JJ Camp Chainsaw Man too. Both of those are darker
Quick
stories.
quick question: is Blue
Agreed.
Lock a Shonen Jump manga?
Shonen Jump? No.
I
Oh,
think
that's
it's
a
like,
shame because
I
I'd be
think
like,
it's
that
in the
should be.
I think it's in the company. I don't think it's Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
Why can't they rally around that? There's a reason why it sold the most last year, above everything that we also love.
I think it's like with Shonen Plus or something like that.
That's a shame.
Yeah, just different-
Rally
different
around
company.
that. If it's that well, if that's well received around the planet, especially in Japan, that it's able to sell the most.
I mean, they have plenty of series to grab.
They're
They're
would
not
it be too
struggling.
hard? Would it be too hard to have a shonen, to have a sports manga be your flagship manga for a
Blue
while?
Lock to be the flagship? Yeah, I don't think.
I
The
don't think
number one manga that represents shonen, I don't think a
With
sports
everything
series is
leaving,
that.
I'm not saying it has to be the number one manga for long, but
you have to
can it not
think about it
be-
from the Japanese perspective, and soccer isn't super big in Japan, so they wouldn't make that like their leading thing.
They would
Like, as
prefer
much-
baseball,
as-
to be honest.
Yeah, as
Well,
much as
then write a
we-
good baseball like Blue.
They did Ace of Diamond. It's one of the most popular.
Is that better
sports
than
series of all time.
Blue Lock? I've obviously
It's
never read
one
the
of the
series.
most popular sports series of all time. It has a full anime and it's a long anime, so it's very very popular.
as much as we impact their market, like they more care about their Japanese audience than they do about the.
But didn't it sell the most in Japan as well, or am I just
I
misinformed?
think it
about
was
that?
like worldwide. I don't know about Japan specifically.
Let me check real quick.
Anyway, I think we're gonna start off reading Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 249 with my boy Yuji. So it's time to lock in. We start off with Yuta. He says, "My will shall be carried." Oh no, this is Kenjaku. My will shall be carried on. Yuta notices something is wrong. He sees his head and then he sees his body. Yuta calls out to Rika. He says, "I knew it. Kenjaku losing control is causing curse manipulation to go on a rampage." Then Yuji starts handling all these cursed spirits. Oh, this is a very good panel. You got this panel right here of Yuji handling all these spirits, man. All these cursed spirits, obviously.
My quick question is like, why didn't that happen when like Ghetto died? Why didn't like all his stuff? Oh, is it because like he used Uzumaki and he used all the rest of his curses, and that's why they didn't go Rampart?
I don't know when Ghetto died. Like, it was so weird. That scene where like, I thought Ghetto survived that scene. To be honest, I maybe there's something I'm missing where Ghetto is with Gojo at the very end, and Gojo says something to him. Still don't know what he said to him. Honestly, I don't know why you zeroed out and never reveal what you say to him. That's kind of weird. I'll be honest. So there was no clear distinction of like when Ghetto died. Like it was never clear.
Apparently, it was supposed to be right after that Gojo like dealt the final blow or whatever. But my thing is like, I think it's because like he used Uzumaki and he used the rest of his curses. But it's like if he didn't use the rest of his curses, then why didn't his body go Rampart, or why didn't all the cursed spirits go Rampage or whatever after he died? So
maybe it did, and Gojo killed them all. We literally don't know because they didn't show it. So it's a weird situation. And then we got Kenjaku's head connected to the Kogane add a rule. Make it so Megami Fushiguro has the authority to activate the merger of humankind by Tekken. As you wish. Rule 15, Megami Fushiguro has the authority to activate the merger of humankind by Tengen. I need a backup plan. Sukuna has undergone the ritual of secession. Now, if I use the culling game as the basis for overriding the originator of the ritual for merging, Tengen, what the heck? This little baby Tengen thing, fetus Tengen thing, sent it right over to Sukuna. It wasn't 1,000 years worth of fun, but I'm glad I fooled around with that guy at the end. You guys are next. So Kenjaku's like dead. So Yuta for sure is not a fraud, but my thing is like, I don't know why. Maybe he did explain it. I still don't know. I'm still not convinced of like Kenjaku's reasoning behind being a scumbag for 1,000 years.
Yeah, there's not really context. Like,
Looking real fraudish. Looking real fraudish right now.
For sure. Fraud watch on Tuesday. We know who to bring up, not gonna lie.
Miles gonna be in his bag. Watch.
because if that's just it for Kenjaku's story, and we don't really get like a backstory, then that's kind of
That's why I'm pushing for the hand era arc.
We need
to know. We need to know enough about Kenjaku. Obviously, Sukuna would be a bonus as well, but for us to revere Kenjaku as as a great villain, we need to know why he did all of this, especially what led him to decide to make the plays that we know that he did in the story. Whether it's making Yuji, designing Yuji to be the perfect vessel for Sukuna. All this action, the culling game, even him going to talk to America and all that. We need to know exactly why he did all this, and he's looking real fraudish until further notice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
People were calling him like the new Gen Aizen, and then like I know Ty has his problems with Aizen, but even Aizen wasn't it. Like this ain't even close.
At least we know Aizen did this because he had a god complex. Like Kenjaku, there's no way you plan for 1,000 years and it's just like, oh, just cuz. Like,
weird.
This makes sense.
Like, what? Why? Why are you being an asshole for? You're making things very difficult for everybody. Sure, it'll be amusing. And got some dialogue.
Yeah, Sento, this kind of brings down his. Maybe it might bring down overall JJK's all-time ranking. If this is just it for Kenjaku's story, then yeah, this is because I think my criteria is we need to like figure out why Kenjaku's doing what he's doing. We need to figure out why Sukuna's doing what he's doing, and if we just get nothing from Kenjaku, and it's just like, oh, I did this because, but I had fun with that guy. No, that's whack.
If we all of us have said it multiple times. If we don't get that backstory arc, that is not gonna be good for me when it comes to JJK. We need.
Can you give Kenjaku a good enough backstory within the year? Because we know apparently according to reports, it's going to end this year. JJK is ending this year. Do they have enough time to give Kenjaku a good enough backstory that we will be happy with it? Because I don't think so.
I just need a reason why he do it.
What part are they going to introduce Kenjaku's backstory at this point? Like, when are they going to do that?
After Yuta beat Sukuna to a pulp, and then he reminisces back to when he was.
It's not happening.
And then he's like, "Man, this man
Sukuna's beat Yuta too.
My ass, bro. Like, he's
beating Yuta too, bro. It's not happening."
He's like, my life is flashing before my eyes. Backstory right there. That's what's about to happen.
I'm just assuming we're not going to get it in this story, and if they make another JJK story like with the Henin era, then maybe
that's a significant
that could help.
Lonnie.
That could help, man.
That's a significant arc. We're talking months. We're talking months of work.
No, that's like years away. That's going to be years away.
Yeah. Sukuna's reverse curse technique output is returning. It's only a matter of time before he can use his domain again. Even worse, he defeated Higurumu because I didn't stay. Should I have stayed and lent my full support to the plan involving the Executioner Sword? Would Maki have been better suited for sneaking up on Kanjaku? No. Also,
where's Maki anyway?
Yeah, I'm like, what is she
doing?
Maki?
We haven't seen her in how long? By the way,
I don't know what she's
been a minute, but I feel like that's on purpose. I feel like there's either like one or two. There's like two things I think that she's doing. Either because they said that like the doctor chick and Mei Mei's brother, like they're working together. Like he's teleporting bodies and injured people away, and I don't think she can fight. So I'm assuming that Maki's there guarding them, because like if Sukuna pulls up on them while she's healing the injured, then like they're cooked because everyone's gonna be injured. So maybe she's on guard duty, or she has like this role that we don't know yet. With it comes with the Yuta Yuji fight.
When was the last time we
Fair.
saw Maki? Was it when Sukuna just took Megumi's body and then her and Yuji were trying to chase him down before he escaped?
I mean,
That's
we
the last
saw,
time I can remember.
we saw them talking to her and shit like that during the Gojo fight. So
Yeah.
she's around, but we know that she's a part of the plan. We just don't know like what her role is, because her role might just be guard duty.
It makes sense for her to be guarding, because why would they take Gojo's body? Why would they take Higurumo's body to the doctor chick if she's not gonna find a way to at least revive both of them? Which I don't think I would like if she just revived Gojo and Higurumo. And then
Depends on how they do it, because what if Gojo gives his curse technique to Yuta? So we'd have
Or
to
it could
see.
already be in one of the swords. We don't know.
Oh, but also,
If one of those swords is a hollow purple, that's gonna be fun.
or I mean, hey, maybe it's a situation where, hey, Gojo comes back, it's like, hey, Yuta, here you go, take that eyes out, put it in Yuta. Hey, man, where we go, Sharingan,
Some Naruto type.
some Naruto type shit. We going. He is related to Gojo. So maybe he can use those eyes. Maybe.
I could also see, like, to Kai's, well, similar to Kai's point, Maki and what's the chick's name that lost her eye that we haven't seen in like 3 years?
Oh no, bro.
Yeah, and I could see that doing something, because she has the soul splitting sword, and she has the soul technique shit too. So I could see them doing some stuff to help Yuji separate the bodies. I could see like that being a case.
bringing her back this late.
It'll be weird, but at this point,
It makes sense.
killing her off so early was also weird. So it's gonna be weird regardless.
I love their dynamic. Her and Yuji was like, I could just watch a whole spin-off slice of life manga, them just being themselves. They were so great together.
Let me continue. Rika's strength would have been indispensable for reducing human fatalities if the out-of-control cursed spirit manipulation technique had caused cursed spirit discharge on a maximum scale in Shibuya. So ultimately, Yuta made the right decision in taking out Kenjaku, because he could handle the aftermath. He's like the best, to be honest. So, fair enough. And then Yuta tries to hit him with his sword. Sukuna catches the sword. Yuta's talking to himself. He's surrounding himself with minuscule cutting attacks like a chainsaw to seize the katana without touching the blade. I forget, what does Yuta's blade do? Does it do something special?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's a cursed blade or anything. I don't think it's a special blade.
I think it is it's a cursed blade because Gojo gave it to him. And
I remember that broke.
Oh yeah, it did actually. Yeah.
Ghetto. So
why is Sukuna not wanting to touch his sword?
Because he's probably imbuing it with a cursed energy, and that could probably hurt him. So maybe that's it.
Fair. That's probably the best thing you can bring up. Okay, he can't grab his sword. We got Rika pulling up. Sukuna punches Rika in the face, and then Yuta punches Sukuna. A little fight. Hey, to be fair, Sukuna did this 3v1 against Gojo, so I don't want to hear anything about Yuta 2v1ing Sukuna right now. And Yuji showing up. I don't want to hear anything. He did it. Yuta gets to do it. So does Yuji. And then we got Yuta talking to himself. I've been making excuses. I wanted to defeat Kenjaku with my own hands. I created this situation. This is all my fault. Wait, what?
I think that's just more of you. No, I think that's more of just Yuta's personality showing out that he's blaming himself for what happened because he had to take out Kenjaku.
Yeah, remember Yuta means anxiety, and he's like the personification of that. So he's always going to be second guessing himself. He's always going to be wondering if he made the right decisions. And I really like that they kind of make that his personality trope, where it's even though he's probably the second strongest JJK sorcerer, he's always going to be down on himself. He's always going to be second guessing himself, but then he has to rev himself back up at the same time throughout his thought process.
Well, the
I'm
decision
just trying to
there,
figure out what situation he's referring to, because it could be either the current situation with what happened.
He said he wanted to. He said earlier,
or it could be the situation where because he defeated Geto, Kenjaku took his body. I'm trying to figure out which one.
It's
Well,
that one.
there
He
was
said-
no right answer there, Lonnie. There was going to be some kind of consequence either way.
Well,
Whichever way
that's the
Yuta
point.
decided to
That's the
go.
point. But he's
So
like,
I think
still
that's just what
always
he's
gonna be-
saying.
He's still always going to be weighing his decisions. But he
Mhm.
also said earlier that he wanted to be the one to put Kenjaku down because he didn't want Gojo to be the one to do it.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Oh,
felt like
just take
he
out
didn't
Yeah,
feel
that
like
makes sense.
because
he
Yeah.
didn't feel
Getting
responsible for the
Ghetto,
whole Geto situation, and so he's like, I don't want that burden to be on anybody else but me.
which is fair. Man, he destroyed Ghetto's body twice. Shout out Yuta, man. Hey, this
Thank God
is
he
a
made sure that he was
fire
born too.
scene. Come on, domain expansion, authentic mutual love. Hey, you can't help but praise this, man. Come on now.
You know that's a Bleach reference. There's
Oh,
that's a Bleach
100%,
reference.
bro.
Either
100%.
either that's the Byakuga Bankai stuff, or that's also like when Ichigo was discovering like what his Bankai was, and there were just swords everywhere.
Mm.
Hey, and also like I was thinking like when Shiro also was facing Gilgamesh too. That's another thing that came to mind as well. 100%.
Like Kai just said it too in the comments. Yuta, or no, Kai was like Yuta was watching Fate.
Yeah, Shiro
That
versus
really
Gilgamesh.
reminds me of like when Ichigo was in the Bankai training arc,
That's
training stage thing, and there were just swords everywhere.
It's also similar to Kingdom Hearts and the Hill of Swords and Berserk.
Yes.
So that to me just means it's probably something from just Japanese culture. that they're
Like
all
the
using.
Keyblade Graveyard or Berserk
Yeah.
with the Hill of Swords. Like
And that-
there's always a lot of references to
Exactly. So I think that's why I think a lot of times we see things similar. This probably is tying back to Japanese mythology or folklore. I don't know if that necessarily means it's come from a particular anime or manga. But
Yeah,
it
it's
could.
probably yeah.
By the
I
way,
do
Ty,
wish
at
some of
some
the swords
point,
look different though. I do wish that.
Look at the
Yeah,
details with
but-
these swords, man.
by the way,
Come
Ty,
on
at some
now.
point, I'm gonna need to talk to you about Kingdom Hearts since I'm revving up 4 and I'm watching. I'm trying to learn the mythology again because there's some stuff that happened. I'm not gonna play the Kyrie singing game, but we need to talk about that at some point.
Kingdom Hearts, man. I wish it made sense still.
Right?
I wish if Kingdom Hearts. Let Kingdom Hearts get an animated make sense. It's gonna take over.
Oh my god. I like how they have to spend so much time like wondering why they have to nerf Sora in every game. They have to spend so
But
much
not
time
just
figuring
that,
that
but it's
out.
just like this last thing I'll say about it, and we can keep reading. But like the lore after Kingdom Hearts 2 got really messy, and things like you have people having like video essays of 3 hours explaining the lore because it don't make sense. And I was like, this game was so fire.
Remind. That's what cooked me on Kingdom Hearts because now you're introducing time travel low key because they kind of messed up the ending of 3, and I'm like, I don't know, I need a break. I need a break.
I just want to see them win and Sora and Kyrie get together. That's all I want to
Right?
see at this point.
Fuck.
I just,
At this
I
point,
don't-
At this
I don't
point,
care about
they
nothing
like
else.
you know how we talk about Guts and Casca just getting together and getting the thing. They've been
Yeah.
so Riddell. When I tell you they've been so close so many times, you'd be like, okay, we're good. Like 3,
Yeah,
they get back to
I
Destiny
hate
Islands.
relationships like that. It's like just
Oh my
prolonging
God.
something. It's like, bro, that's
3
so annoying.
after Remind that pissed me off because they were there, they were good, and then Sora just disappears. I'm like, now I gotta go read fucking lore to why Sora disappeared. Let me stop. We don't need to turn this to Kingdom Hearts thing.
So we got Sukuna who uses hollow wicker basket. I had to refresh my memory what this does. I looked it up. The technique is invoked by hand sign where the user folds the fingers between one another while extending their arms forward and neutralizes a domain's barrier imbued with a curse technique to nullify its guaranteed hit. So that's why he used immediately, so it doesn't get hit by the guaranteed hit. Okay. I
Sound
mean,
like
it
he's
makes
scared
sense
to me.
based on the situation.
I'm not gonna lie, people were getting so annoying with that. They were like, "How does he know that he's convenient?" I'm like, bro, this basic ass anti-domain technique. You're trying to tell me that y'all are shocked Sukuna can do it or it's convenient. And someone's like, "We never seen him do it before." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because he's never had to." No, like you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't
I
use
thought
like
we
those
did
type
see
of-
it before or something similar.
No. He
No,
used
we
like
saw someone else
amplification.
do it,
Yeah, we did.
and he's from the older era.
But the problem make it is like, yeah, we don't see characters do things so they need to do it. That's like me saying, how come Gojo can flip the conditions of his domain? We never seen him do it. I'm like, well, yeah, he's never had to, but now you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
I think for the most part, there's so many things you can argue. One thing, Sukuna is a genius. He's the greatest sorcerer of all time. Two, the other person that we've seen use it is from the older era, is the guy that Megami fight. So either that's a technique you learned back then, or it's a technique Sukuna stole from him. Like there's so many things you could say that why Sukuna has this that makes sense. I'll be honest. I think people are just being nitpicky. This is Sukuna. Of all people, yes, Sukuna could do it.
So we've seen basic niggas use it. I don't see why it's when he uses it, it's like, oh, how do you do that? We're okay.
Yeah. So we start off with Yuta picking up on the sword, then Icebreaker. And then the sword dissipates. So every time he uses an ability, the sword destroys. Have we seen someone use the Icebreaker? Does that I don't remember.
Isn't that Sukuna's like henchman buddy or whatever?
I mean, he's the only one who uses ice.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm just assuming.
I'm like, how did Yuta take it from him? Let me look it up. You know, we're here. Might as well. Then Icebreaker, Jujutsu Kaisen. Man, there's so many techniques that Yuta's about to drop on us, bro. I don't know why. Like, bro, when did that happen again?
All of this just to lose to Sukuna is crazy.
Hater, stop it.
He's
going bro is definitely not getting that final blow. I can promise.
He's not.
Yeah,
you're telling me. So Riddell, you're telling me he's going to kill both Kenjaku
I'm not engaging in this conversation. I'm not.
Oh my god!
He did his MC job.
I'm going to tell you who he took it from.
We got Kenjaku on fraud watch right now. What are we talking about?
I'm about to say, you know what's so funny? You know what's so freaking funny? It was so freaking funny. He was like, All For One didn't get beat by the main character, so he's a fraud. But this nigga can, but Yuta can kill Kenjaku and Sukuna. It is perfectly okay.
Cook, Ty.
Well, the difference is Bakugo was not the original main character, so it's different.
Oh my god!
This is what JJ wanted the entire time.
The difference is, we're not going to pretend that in the entirety of the story, Bakugo is not. Have way more fucking focus than Yuta. Let's not play.
Cook. Y'all really have me out here defending Bakugo. That's what y'all have me out here doing right now.
That's the point.
Yo, Hustle. He was the main character for 4 fucking chapters. Y'all gonna try to be terrible. Stop.
Cook, Ty.
This is disgusting.
Cook,
anyway, listen, you listen right there. If you like to, be selective with your stuff, it's fine. I'm just saying, man.
We hear Yuta season. You know what I'm saying?
You talked about Sukuna being one of the best new gen attacks, be getting killed by a side character. Interesting.
No. Say it right, Ty.
You mean
I've heard it right out of Riddell's mouth. Sukuna is the best villain
character
of this generation.
Exactly.
That's what came out of Riddell's mouth.
And he said, you're a fraud. You'll get beat by the MC. That was his line. But Yuta can beat him though. Okay.
Cook.
It's tough. And anyway, the thin icebreaker technique was actually from Takato Uro. It was the guy with the pompadour. He stole it from him. What does this technique do? Rather than striking their target directly, the user hits the surface of sky with their curse technique. This creates a shattering effect that cracks the surface of the sky like thin ice and hits the target with increased force.
What up, Sauce?
Yuta, boss, man. Y'all been vibing in the Discord.
Hey man, look at this. Look at this man. Look at this. Look at that man bleeding. Look at the first ability. Look at that man bleeding. Hey, shout out Yuta, my boy. Shout out,
man. Let's not pretend like Sukuna didn't fight Gojo before this.
Right. I was saying, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sukuna is perfectly fine.
Like he's been taking on the best the heroes has to offer. And now you're taking because he just got a little blood on him. All right, bro.
Right.
First technique. He just started.
But wait till he get rejuvenated. That domain expansion come back. That RCT come back. All that stuff come back. Because all this is slow right now. Now here's the thing. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't think that it'll come back because I don't really see how they can beat him unless Itadori has something that can counter Sukuna's domain.
I can see
that's the only way.
Where he can nullify his domain expansion, because like this version of Sukuna, I think people can like objectively say is weaker than the one that fought Gojo, obviously, because he also had Maharaga, so like it's 100% weaker, and he's recovering. He's recovering, obviously. Like you said, he doesn't have his domain right now, and he's recovering his RCT.
Well, once it's recovered, I think everyone's cooked because, like, you
No,
said,
no. Once when he recovers, he'll be 100% stronger than the Maharaga version because
Absolutely, the whole world.
the
I'm very
world
curious.
Stronger than the Maharaga version?
yeah, because remember, remember
because
his other body parts can do the incantations, which make his technique stronger.
Not only that,
that
Maharaga, if we really break it down, Maharaga is not that powerful. It is the way that Sukuna used him that made him powerful.
Exactly. That's why.
But this version of Sukuna can just beat that version of Sukuna with the World Slash. Can he not?
I mean, unless he Maharaga adapts, you know what I'm saying?
But you have to tank the attack to adapt. Sukuna or Maharaga, neither one of them are taking that. They're getting chopped in half, bro.
I have a question.
If Gojo couldn't take it, I don't think Sukuna can.
What? The only reason why he was able to do that slash in the first place because of Maharaga.
Yeah, but he can do it now though. Like once he's adapted.
Oh, that's what you're trying to say. Okay.
Yeah, he did it. He did the Kashimo, so he knows how to do it without Maharaga.
I have a question. So since Yuta was like observing that fight, could he copy Sukuna's techniques?
Yuta, I don't know.
Why would he wait? Why would he wait to use them? Why would he wait to use them?
He copied. I think he has to at the very least fight the person to copy the technique. I'll be honest, because
I mean we don't know the criteria of how he can copy because we never seen him fight the cursed speech guy, but he was able to use it.
Well, they probably trained together. And they did fight.
Yeah, but we don't see it. That's what I'm saying. So we don't know the exact criteria of like how he's able to copy techniques.
True. Well, okay. Well, let's finish this chapter up. Yuta says, thanks to Megami Fushiguro's memory, I know that the possessed brat's curse technique is copy. Well, actually, that's Sukuna's inner dialogue. They want to keep half my arms and mouths busy by making me keep using hollow wicker basket as a means of countering the can't miss attack, probably the angel's curse technique that comes with the domain. Oh, did Yuta copy the angel's curse technique? That would be huge if he did that. Okay. Oh. And to attack with unlimited curse technique copy, which appears to only activate within the domain. So, also, can Yuta copy anything in his domain too? Is that what Sukuna's trying to allude to? Also very interesting.
That's another thing that we need to figure out. Because remember, the angel said that he's the fallen one. What the fuck does that mean?
Who, Sukuna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is an angel after you? What the hell did you do? I need answers.
We need that backstory, bro.
I think I have an idea. So the real story of Ryoma Sukuna is a story of a fallen king. That's mythology. So like basically he was a king, he ruled, and he was betrayed by his people, and he was a fallen king. And then when he died, he came back to haunt people as a cursed spirit. So that might be low-key what it is.
I'm not. I would admit.
I thought he made himself into a cursed spirit. I thought he was a.
No. I'm talking about the real story of Ryoma Sukuna, not like in mythology. So.
All right.
What do you think about Kai's comment right there about Rika eating Sukuna's last finger?
I don't think he'd need to because Sukuna literally says that since he's in his domain, that the copy ability will like automatically work. So he might be able to copy Sukuna's ability since he's in his domain right now. To what extent is the question, but we'll have to see.
Congrats, Sai, on making it to your playoffs.
W. In the last page, then the boy will deliver a blow that captures the soul and tears Megami Fushiguro's body from my body. So Yuji is going to be the one who makes the last hit to take Megami from Sukuna's body is what it looks like. How nice. Everyone has a role. So
where's Sukuna going to go? Where's Sukuna going to go?
Can he stay in his own body like that, or is he going to like be...
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I don't think so. I legitimately think Yuji's just going to take him back. That's what I think. And also Yuji is going to be...
At the same time, though, we saw him eat his old body, like that mummified version. So it's like, does that... But that was like to regain like the rest of his powers. But it's saying, but since he technically consumed his own body, could he sustain himself? Like, I don't know. There's so many...
Because then why... Okay, if he ate his old... Why would he keep Megumi then? Why would he stay in...
Well, he kept him for the 10 Shadows thing.
So my only thing is,
I think he still needs a physical body, to be honest.
yeah. So remember when Gege said either everybody's gonna die and Yuji makes it, or Yuji dies and everybody else makes it.
But he also said that like almost 2 years ago, so I don't know if that's a plan.
But like, I legitimately think that Yuji's gonna take Sukuna back, and then he's gonna die to kind of save everybody.
Because at this point, is Megumi gonna make it? Because his brain is the one that got hit with the unlimited void. His body took all that damage. And even Sukuna's like, yo, this body's accumulated a lot of damage. And that's why he switched back to his body.
Then they'll just have Mei's brother take him.
I'm about to say, they have RCT.
They'll just have Mei's brother
Bro,
take him back to the doctor
Megumi's
lady.
sister is dead, bro. He's cooked. the entire thing that inspired him throughout JJK, she cooked. Absolutely cooked. That's tough.
I was like, RCT is a lot, but didn't they also say like doing RCT on the brain is like very difficult, and like he took like a hit to unlimited void. We saw what happened when like just a partial bit of unlimited void happened to like regular. Not that Megumi's regular, but it's like we saw like what happens to people's brains.
You don't think Sukuna healed from it? Like
I
it's
think
still
Sukuna
Sukuna
didn't
using
have a reason
Megumi's
to-
body.
But I think that isn't Shoko better at RCT than Gojo?
That's what I was.
And
I've always thought about
Gojo can heal his brain, so I'm pretty sure she could too.
Especially if she's in a centralized place where everybody's bringing people to her and she's guarded, she has plenty of time to kind of make sure she gets it right.
I mean, Megumi will have after effects, but at the end of the day, like it's still the body Sukuna's using. So all the things that you're troubled with is Sukuna's already healing. But when Sukuna loses, Megumi is going to be very injured, but he'll probably be fine afterwards.
Probably, maybe. Let's see.
With that said, moving on to One Piece chapter 1106 on your side. Now, I did see a little spoilers, unfortunately, on who shows up, but I'm gonna read the chapter nonetheless. Don't know if you want to stick around random because you're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want any spoilers because eventually I'm gonna get here. Did My Hero? I thought they won't break this week. I thought they didn't break.
Yeah, there's no My Hero chapter this week.
Yeah,
I was behind. Never mind.
Yeah, because all of us, except for I don't know Ty's thoughts on it, we're all really not happy with this using the one for all different vestiges to create that crack. Which I'm still not. Do we get an explanation to why that crack is even there? To see, Tomura. Are we just assuming that Stars and Stripes created that crack?
Stars and Stripes made
Stars
the
and
crack
Stripes.
or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or I think it actually is the crack always existed. Stars and Stripes found the crack. I think that's what it was.
I have my own issues with it, but
I have a lot.
I get that like it's still written well, so like yeah, it's explained. No, I mean they explain it well, but like I said, there's some things in My Hero that's like, yeah, they explain it well, or it's written well, or it's done beautifully, but like still like the thought behind it's just like, meh.
I think once My Hero is done, I'm gonna do a lot of research to see how much Shonen Jump really mess with that. And it's not just a My Villain arc; it's a few other things I want to really figure out because I think Horikoshi is gonna look back on this and be obviously pretty disappointed with what My Hero ended up being.
Well, the
You know what
overall
this reminds me
success.
of Rebel and Random. So this is like a Brock Purdy situation, where it's like the overall like so Brock Purdy's like the situation. Like the situation is like okay. It's like okay, like maybe a little bit above average, but everything surrounding it is so great that we just kind of like excuse what's actually going on. Like for me personally, I think I had a problem with like, okay, Toga copied the guy and like she's like taking over, she's fucking everybody up, like she's about to like overrun the whole thing.
Oh, the Sandman's Parade.
Yeah.
What's the
So she's
twice?
about to, like, she's low-key about to just win the war for everybody, and then everyone, then she stabs, and then she stabs the girl, and then basically it's almost like GG. And even though we know like it's not supposed to be GG, it's like the reason is like, oh, if we were friends back when we were kids, I would have been friends with you back when we were kids. Oh, let me do like a let me transfer my blood to you and I'll die in your place. Yeah,
And that's a
Me?
terrible.
I
blood
actually I actually disagree. I actually think that was well done. Personally,
it was done beautifully. It was done beautifully, but like an objective lens. If I'm like on the outside looking in, like say like I'm in My Hero, I'm like, oh shit, they're about to win the war. Wait, did she just say that she'll be friends? She would have been friends with her. Did she just die for her?
I've always looked at Toga. Was it? I think
well,
maybe we can
Toga
all agree on
never
this.
deemed as like a Shigaraki type. Or
Yeah,
a Gabi type.
She wasn't. She wasn't. Like I said, no, it was done. It was written beautifully, and I don't disagree with what happened. That's not my. It's just like maybe it was the setup. It was just like, like there are just different situations in My Hero where it's just like I get why this is happening, and yeah, it's being written really well, but like looking at it from like an outside perspective, it's just like okay.
Well, I feel like we could talk about like all of that stuff.
By the way, how many chapters are left in My Hero?
Episode, to be honest,
how many chapters do you think? I think we're by like March. We're doing a My Hero retrospective because I think it's going to be done.
I mean,
maybe by March, before the summer, in my opinion. I think
done by this year.
My Hero is ending before the summer, so then we're going to do a big retrospective on it because I think I'm always been ever since I saw that admission by Horikoshi saying that Shonen Jump really put their hands on the story. I'm very curious to just kind of see, because obviously his love for Endeavor's family, because you can tell every time that he just loves writing about them. There's that. And we still have to answer, did Dabi kill everybody when he blew up? We still don't know about that, because remember he kind of like exploded his body at the end.
But we're never gonna find it out. We're never
like we still have that. A lot of things they introduced. Obviously, there's the kind of racial discrimination in terms of how people look, the quirks that affect people's physical appearance. There's still I think I mentioned this to you, Riddell, where you've introduced this world now where like the Egyptian top hero was mad that they weren't able to go to All for One and stop All for One. And I'm like, the Egyptian hero should be here, because if All for One wins here, he's taking the world over, especially now the Stars and Stripes is gone. But the fact that all the countries just want to bottle up, and I kind of understand why, but you've introduced this wide world. That's why I said that I'm like, My Hero has so much either spin-off or sequel potential that they're just kind of wasting. Obviously, even if Horikoshi is not the one to write whatever the future of My Hero is after Shigaraki's fall, like there's still so much left that Horikoshi introduced that somebody should finish, because that's My Hero always feels kind of incomplete to me. It always felt that way to me.
Fair enough. All right,
I'm gonna get out of here and let you guys cook.
Go. Yeah, see you. Catch you later on random.
Gotcha.
All right, One Piece chapter 1106. We'll start off with look at them going at it, just like the paper said. We got Luffy. Seems like he's getting surrounded by some marine soldiers. He just digested all that food. Feels like I'm next. Is he not human? Watch out. Look out. We're getting surrounded by flames. We can't stay on this island any longer. I know he's an emperor, but on the count of 3, we'll all put the Sea Prism Stone cuffs on him together. Gear 5 is reactivated. So it seems like we got Gear 5 again. About to go round 2. 1, 2, get on the ships. Egghead is done for. Turn it into a sea of fire from the shore inward. Come in, Atlas. Shoot at the foolish family once and for all. Atlas, tell Bonnie. Bonnie, I'm coming. I'll do it, Stella. Really good scene. One thing I'm confused about when it comes with Bonnie, I'll be honest, is like, how old is she? I don't get it. Is she still young and she's just using her devil fruit, or did she grow up and now she's like Luffy's age? That part I'm kind of confused about.
I think she's still like actually a kid.
Like, does that make sense for her to actually still be a kid? I'm trying to think.
The way like the story, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like she said she went on set. She like set out to sail as a kid, and then
she did, like, but like how many years was that? That's what
I think that was like at the start of Luffy's story. So maybe she's like 11. Let me look.
Yeah, I'm doing some research too, because I am confused. Like, people were having this weird discourse, like they're deeping it way too much. But I actually have no idea what her true age is, so that's why actually kind of confused.
After time skip,
Now
she is
thinking about it since
12.
we've seen the backstory.
Yeah, so it says after time skip, she debuted at 10 years old. After time skip, she's 12 years old, but the default age by appearance is between 22 and 24. So she's 12 years old.
She's 12, but right now she's 24. Okay.
Her body is 22 to 24, but she's actually 12 years old.
I wonder if the fruit manipulates like not only her body but her mind as well. Like when she becomes an old lady, does she have the mind of an old lady, or when she becomes like a baby, does she have the mind of a baby? I'm curious. Probably not. I feel like it's just body, but it doesn't really matter to be honest. Moving on. Atlas tell Bonnie, "Don't shoot us." I'm not gonna say that word. I didn't know. Help us escape the island. Did you hear a voice through all the explosions? Couldn't have. Huh? Why are they turning this way? Oh, and then all the pacifistas just start going crazy. Okay. It's a nice panel. They just started. Hey, man, if you got an army of pacifistas, yo, that's tough, bro. Not gonna lie. Whoever got an army of pacifistas, that's tough because they are destroying. They're straight up murking this Buster Call. I'll be honest right now. The one worry in the back of my mind was seeing Bonnie killed by the father she loved. If you were to harm the daughter you love so much, Kuma, it would be a tragedy beyond compare. Therefore, I inserted a directive into each unit made to look like Kuma, so that even in the highest authority of the world should command it. Even if the entire world should be your enemy, understand this, Bonnie. Kuma will always be on your side. I'm not gonna lie, Bonnie's about to get an army of pacifistas, bro. She might have a crazy army, bro, because that's tough. Shadow Vegapunk. This is great. This is just a selfish wish of mine, and it means I know what comes next. Oh, damn. Is it R.I.P. Vegapunk? Is it R.I.P. the man Vegapunk? Bro, he just got introduced. Is he cooked?
I mean, that's not his heart. That's like his lung. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
This probably didn't kill him outright. I agree. But he has robots, so I'm like, I guess it doesn't matter.
He's gonna have like some dying words to people or whatever. So,
and then he has his robots to carry on as well. So it's like it's kind of sure. Okay, it's obvious that there will be consequences, Vegapunk, for my willful actions. No, Vegapunk, eliminate them, Kizaru now. Kizaru putting in work against Kuma. Still got to see why Kizaru is such a blind follower, to be honest. I'll cut in you both in two. Don't worry, Bonnie. It won't hurt. Kizaru. And then the man is back. Gear 5 Luffy swings at Kizaru. Not gonna lie, Luffy, the amount of times Luffy actually loses the first round and then comes back is actually hilarious. Comes back with the second round, saving everybody.
It's like the signature thing. It's like he almost never really wins a big fight just outright. It's like he always has like some type of losing moment.
Yeah, and then he's like,
he never just like I never really seen him like dominate against like a big enemy.
Like I don't mind him like losing the first round, but ever since like Gear 4 against Doflamingo, ever since that moment, it's him losing and him having to recharge and then coming back and saving that day.
Or like with the category fight, which I'm still to this day mad about. Like, yeah, like someone jumped in the fight, but at the same time, I feel like you have to be like it's not like that was the only time he fought multiple people at that island. Like he like fought a whole army at that island. And so like he should have like been aware like, hey, I'm in enemy territory. People can jump in at any time because I'm not even supposed to be here. Like I'm invading them. So yeah, people are going to jump in. So like, yeah, like props to category for like making like, hey, this is supposed to be an honorable one-on-one. And then he stabbed himself.
Oh, yeah. Shout out category.
That's still kind of a cop out. It was still like
he should have lost. Like, and realistically, he should have lost. But you know, shout out Katakuri. He says, "I'm having fun now." Luffy's talking about it. Does the island seem like it's shaking? Who cares about that? Stop the Pacifitas. Kizaru's getting trying to recover from that hit. Vegapunk, come with us. They'll kill you. We got that robot that is looking like it's waking up. Okay, we're about to see what this robot does. Don't really know. Oh, this is the first time Bonnie sees Nika. Oh, okay. Let's this rhythm. Nika, that's right. He's my idol. He appears from the blue with laughter in this rhythm. Dun dun dun. I'm not gonna be able to. Nah. Also, the fact that she's 12 and seeing this even kind of makes the awe a lot more dramatic. So you didn't realize it, Bonnie? I couldn't be sure until I saw it for myself. The very same Straw Hat Luffy that Kuma had his eyes on was Nika, the sun god. Shout out Luffy, man. Kuma was right. The Buster Call is futile.
Just shout out Nika, because I'm more. That's what I'm saying. A lot more people are like, hey, they're more worried about Nika's story than Luffy's story. So right now, this is Nika to me. This ain't Luffy.
To be fair, the only reason why Luffy's getting this clout is because of Nika. So we gotta see who that Nika dude is. So Luffy's only a product of whoever Nika is. So shout out to him, man. Kuma's right. The Buster Call is futile. For centuries, people all over the world have been waiting for him. Northeast coast of Egghead. We're off the northeast coast. There's an enormous ship heading this way. That's definitely them, all right. I thought they fell apart for over 100 years ago. Should we stop? Not charge right through them. But why are they here? Here they come. Fire. Blast it. Why are these giants here? Why? They asked Dory. When all that happens in the world is inevitable, Broggy. We're here for you, Straw Hat. A new state of emergency. The giant pirates have arrived, or should it be Sun God? How do they know Luffy's the Sun God too? But I am shocked as hell that these two were the ones that show up.
Yeah, because weren't they just with Shanks?
Were they? Well,
Yeah,
Shanks was at Elbaf. To be fair,
I thought those were the same pirate. I thought those were the same giants that fucked up Kid's ship. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. It actually makes so much sense that they're the ones that showed up. Like, everybody's theories were like revolutionaries. I was thinking Dragon, Sabo, but I was like, bro, they're on an island, so it doesn't really make sense. But like, I don't know who else it would be. Blackbeard didn't make sense because Vegapunk wouldn't give a shit about Blackbeard. Them makes so much sense, especially since they're going to Elbaf right after this arc. So I don't know. I'm mad I didn't. This is Oda. Come on, man.
No, it's the same. It's the same giants. I just pull up the picture. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same giants. I don't know.
What chapter? I'll pull it up.
1081.
All right, let me.
So yeah, so if they were just with Shanks, that's what's interesting, yo. If those giants were just with Shanks,
What chapter?
1081.
1081. Okay.
So if those giants work for Shanks, then it's like it confirms suspicions that we already knew, because we knew that Shanks knew what the devil fruit really was and everything like that. But that just like confirms things, and it's like, yo, what's Shanks' actual plan?
Are you sure it's 181? Because
that's what it said on here.
Because 1081 is Blackbeard being Law's ass. That's what that was.
Let's see. So I just looked up giants destroyed Kid ship on Google, and that's what I saw.
Oh. All right. I mean, it is what it is. Lonnie might pull it up, but it's actually like, for Oda to still be able to surprise people is actually insane. I'm gonna be honest. It's actually nuts that he's still able to do that. I'll keep that a buck. I also don't know how they know Luffy's the sun god. Like, how do they find that out? Because I'm thinking, like, who legitimately knows Luffy's the sun god? Like, legitimately, like, knows what
we know Shanks.
Wait, Shanks knows that he's the sun god? How does Shanks know? How do people know he's the sun god? I'm gonna be honest. Maybe is this poster like
1079?
1079. trying to figure this
Oh,
out.
I think Shanks always knew what that devil fruit really was. I think that's why he was after it.
Fair, actually. Fair,
And
very
so
fair.
yeah. And remember he did go up to the elders talking about like, hey, this guy's coming. So I think he always knew. What's up, Dan?
What's good, Dan? Oh, so yeah, Lonnie's right. Hey, tiny humans, if you want to point your guns at our harm. So they're just at Elbaf. They're not really with Shanks. They're at Elbaf because Shanks is at Elbaf. And they're trying to fire at Elbaf. So they went from Elbaf.
Well, I think he was commanding them like earlier in the chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, let me look through this because I just skimmed it. Because what they said, if you want to point your guns at our home, just remember what goes around comes around. So I'm just going by their words. I don't think Shanks really said anything to them. I'm looking. Divine departure. Damage too extreme. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything from Shanks saying anything in particular to the Giants. To be fair, I'm skimming it, but I don't really say anything. But I mean, you might be right. I'll say this though, when it comes down to it, that Shanks, the Giants, they went from Elbaf to Vegapunk's Island to eventually come back to Vegapunk's Island. Which I guess makes sense. Honestly, everything makes sense. I think, Oda, you're cooking. How do the membership works? I can't see them on the YouTube page. I was a fan of PCM, so I don't mind becoming a member for y'all. Yo, shout out, man. They should be. Lonnie, can you check if on YouTube if our memberships are on there? They should be on there.
I think it's on the community page.
Yeah. We have different membership tiers. It tells you all the different roles. Yeah, we're really starting to pop here at the BSS. Appreciate your support. And we got some great things. Tune in Tuesdays because that's when we do our live episodes for and really just get in our bag. Sundays are just like reactions, talking about the new Shonen Jump chapters. Okay, man, that's tough. Oda cooking per usual. Oda is cooking.
Yeah, I think we need to like pin it to the top of the community page because I don't see it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into how to do that. Actually, I'll look into how to do that now that you said that. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it, but we have different membership tiers. But I'll try to fix that by sometime today after the stream. All right. Well, One Piece JJK Fire chapters. We typically on Sundays we'll try to read the big three: One Piece, JJK, and My Hero. But I personally want to read the new manga too to at the very least see what it's about. I don't know if you want to stick around for that, Lonnie, but yeah, I'm gonna read the two.
There was like a new one that came out.
There's two. There's Astro Baby and Marriage Toxin, the two new manga series.
All right, I'm definitely down for Astro Baby.
There's one chapter for Astro Baby, and they dropped 6 chapters for Marriage Toxin on its first release. The only other manga that I've seen do that is Gokuraku, guys. So they have faith in that manga. All right, but let's look at Astro Baby. All right, let's look at see, this is Astro Baby. Look at this baby. Straight up mean mugging, bro. We got this dude, earring. Kind of looks Russian. Kind of give me Russian vibes. I don't lie. Billy's come back home to protect those he loves from a parasitic alien infestation. All right, let's lock in. Let's see what Astro Baby's all about.
All right.
Oh, whoa! Art is actually kind of fire. I'll be honest. This is the first panels. The art is kind of.
That's how they start off.
Okay. It's straight up dead. Someone died. Kid is what? Oh, whoa! He's eating the person. I didn't even know this. Yo, he's just eating her neck. Yo, He's just watching this dude eat this person, bro. Okay. Astro Baby might actually have some. Let's keep on looking in.
You're saying
Bro,
we support cannibalism over here?
Lonnie, tell me this doesn't give you Attack on Titan vibes. Bro, look at the smile, bro. I warned her not to tell anyone. Oh, Astro Baby might be crazy. Okay, let's lock it. Chapter 1, Cooper. The remote town of North Hill, a quiet town located on the northern part of Farth's Peninsula. Our story begins with a single meteorite crashing into this royal town. This just in from North Hill. More cannibal commotion. Beck aliens and honorary Beck Allens, an honorary professor at Verna University, killed his wife and then ate part of her body. The officer who rushed to the scene shot him dead on the spot. What's going on in this town? Seriously, snot-nosed Billy, you're the first witness again? I saw it. And what did you see? Mr. Beck's body got taken over by that sticky black goo. Sounds like Aliens to me. That movie back in the day. There are more of them too. Hurry and beat them up. The whole town is going to be full of them. Listen, kid, knock it off. You told us the same crap when we took your statement last time. This town's already buzzing with crackpot theories about aliens and zombies as it is.
I'm going to be honest with you. If we get rich off this podcast, I'm building a bunker. Fuck all y'all. I'm sorry. I don't have the emotional or mental capacity to really deal with a zombie invasion. I'll probably take a nap. But if I can just have a bunker, y'all on your own. Y'all on your own.
I mean, I think it's very valid to invest in a bunker. I will keep it at 1,000. Very valid. Don't add any more fuel to the fire. But the truth is, I saw that black sticky stuff moving. You're still lying. Keep it up, and I'll toss you in the slammer for obstructing justice.
A kid?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I'm trying to see like what are they gonna try to do? Because the kid is a main character is always shaky. A kid main character like this young. So I'm kind of trying to see what they about to get in.
I think Gege's going to have Suna kill Gojo. Yuta and Megumi just got him to finally have a W against Sukuna. Unfortunately, even though Yuta is my favorite character, I think he's either gonna die or get taken out of commission. Megumi, to me, his body's cooked. I know like they're saying I think everything is gonna happen that way because, as Gege stated, when it comes to cursed energy or like discovering the meaning of cursed energy, it's like the most intense moments like help people go over that leap. So I think like Yuji's gonna be on the verge of despair, and he's gonna realize like the true meaning of cursed energy, and that's when he's gonna get like his ultimate power up.
I could definitely see a situation. Objectively, I don't think Yuta is gonna be the one to finish Sukuna, but I mean, Yuji seems to have something that'll change the tide. So I'm just waiting to see what.
Because we've seen him go through so much, and I feel like it's just slowly building up, and then once everything just tips over for him, he's gonna understand like the true meaning of cursed energy, and he's probably gonna end up beating Sukuna somehow.
Yeah, hopefully it makes sense. That's the only thing. Hopefully it makes sense. But I'm not lying. Mr. Beck was real nice. He never killed his wife. This is why I hate kids. I believe you. The force of the meteorite's collision caused a reduction reaction in iron, generating organic matter and miraculously bringing forth life. Who are you? You can't just come back here. It's what Professor Beck researched, the origin of life through geoscience. The possibility of the new life you mentioned is quite real. Okay, all right. Kind of getting. I'm waiting for the pop. I love the dialogue, but I'm waiting for the pop. What's your deal, lady? I guess she's Professor Beck's former assistant. Long time no see, Billy boy. You might not remember me. We played a lot when you were small. Eleanor? So you do remember me. I'm glad. I'm going to live in North Hill from now on to carry on Professor Beck's research. So I'll be seeing you around. Thank you for your honest testimony. I really appreciate it. To believe that's the first great step a scientist could take. As a kid, I don't have a clue what Ellie was talking about. but she was the only one who believed me. I was instantly smitten. Oh, he fell in love with her. Oh, okay, time skip. He's grown now. Okay, good. Because I was about to say,
Instant time skip. It's like like okay. Now 6 years later, like okay.
Man has an earring and everything. Okay. Straight up Russia. There's no way this isn't Russia.
Let's give it Russia.
Making a manga centered around Russia in this climate is crazy. I'll be honest. That's crazy to me. But okay, we move. 6 years later, welcome to your assignment at North Hill Maggots. As you know, this town is under lockdown due to Cooper, the cannibal disease. It's the place of your dreams where cannibal freaks roam. In this crazy town, only the crazy survive. And that's why you soldiers have been chosen. What a nightmare. Of all the places we could have been posted, why'd it have to be here? Private First Class Norman. Yes, sir. Good for you. You've been assigned to this town. What are you here for? This is giving Attack on Titan vibes, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it not the same level, obviously, but the aura of the series, like now the military thing about these man-eating monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man.
Right now I'm tapped in. And to answer Dan's question real quick, he did say that, but he also said that like 4 years ago. And so I think like the story still got end kind of differently. Because he also originally he thought he was gonna end it last year. And now he's saying like now it's gonna be this year, and we still don't know all the things that's going on.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't see, because like the original. Yeah, Gege is a troll, and I think like Gege is still keeping things from us on purpose. So,
and it's not like it's other shonen manga companies. Like Attack on Titan went to I don't remember which company on purpose because they allowed him to do his creative direction. Just Shonen Jump is infamous for changing shit, like straight up changing shit.
Because Gege might try to like come in with like a crazy idea, and then Shonen Jump and his editor will just be like, no. And then next thing you know, he's on a sudden week break because he has to rewrite shit. So
yeah, 100%.
We've seen it happen a few times. So
facts. To protect the law-abiding citizens. Well, check out the brains on this one. With smarts like that, you may as well get it over with and feed yourselves to the Coopers now. Don't tell me we're all in for it now. Private First Class Billy, I'm told you requested your assignment here. Huh? For real? Why? Because it's my hometown and also for love, sir. Okay. This guy's smitten. Yo, J-Rob. Oh, my boy. J-Rob, get on this new manga called Astra Baby. It's something else, bro. Not gonna lie. Love, you say. 6 years ago, Cooper disease emerged from a fallen meteorite. Current estimates place the number infected at 1,000 to 10,000 people. Its containment to the North Hill area was a small stroke of luck. Now we're able to quarantine this unknown pathogen.
Next panel's kind of.
I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this kind of little. It reminds me of like old cartoons, man. They're kind of shaking up. They got like these more detailed, and then they got these cartoony art styles. I kind of
We'll go back to the previous page.
Previous page.
Like if he drew that like at the very top, like
oh, bro, there's the detail in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The detail. If you drew that, bro, and that's just not like a picture that you just like copy and paste. If you drew that, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm curious because Ty's the manga artist. Like, the amount of artistic variety in this first chapter is actually insane to me. I'm
only like page 20, and there's like 76, but it's like, yo, you're like really showing out your skill if you can just draw that.
You got cartoony styles, we got cells. Like, okay, man.
The diversity in the art is crazy.
I'm Rocco Kagurabashi right now, y'all. No cap. Time to put respect on his name. Not gonna lie, I have been getting more. I've been respecting Kagurabashi.
I will try to catch up. I don't even know how far behind I am.
I'm like maybe 8 chapters.
I'm on chapter 9, and there is 19 chapters. So,
oh, there you go. Firstly, Cooper 29 is not a communicable disease since it can't be transmitted via Is that an I? Aerosolized droplets. Aerosolized droplets. Interesting word. The probability of it spreading is low. Secondly, Cooper disease is a pathogen with a core. This differs from nuclei such as those found in eukaryotes. I don't think I spelled that. That probably sounds better. It's closer to the heart or brain. That is to say, the number of these cores is the number of coppers. Those found is closer to the heart. Is a pathogen with a core. Okay, interesting. Based on these 2 points, we can conclude that there is a finite number of Coopers that may try to bite you, but unlike zombies, this will not increase their population. I'm sure this fantastical mission has a clear end. I pray that Cooper 29 will be wiped out during your generation. I'm glad they didn't just make this a zombie series, honestly.
Yeah, so there's like a limited number, which I think is good.
I wonder how it's spread though. Maybe interesting. It's starving. Let's go grab some grub. Hey, check out that guy's face. All right, Billy, is it? Yeah, he got suggested. He got slugged good. No surprise. I mean, for love, what do you expect? Yeah, going to war for love is crazy. I don't know why. Shout out Billy though. That guy's crazy. You okay? Oh yeah, this is no biggie. It's Petri, right? I'm Billy. Good to meet you. Yeah, pleased to meet you. You remember my name? Yep, I know the names of all our fellow privates. It's a small group to begin with. I was shocked by what you said to that superior officer at roll call this morning. Do you have a loved one in North Hill? Yep, her name's Eleanor. We lived in the same apartment building a while back when the baby... whoa! They already got hitched? He already got her pregnant?
She was a adult. He was a child. She was like a doctor's. She was like a scientist. She was like in her 20s at least,
So
mid 20s.
Okay, let's estimate that he was 12. That in the
I don't
beginning.
even think he was 12 because like 18, 6 years.
So
18.
and she was 18. Yeah, that's like she was 18. He was
Oh,
12.
but she was like a doctor's assistant though.
Yeah, you could be a
Don't you have to go
assistant
to
at
school
18.
for that?
Yeah, you can go to college and be an assistant. You could argue 19 or 20. I'm fine with that. 20, and then because they said they played together too when they were young. So I'm like, I mean, like I feel like I feel like the largest amount of playing together with other kids is like
I don't know.
4 and maybe 12, 10, maybe. I don't know.
I need ages. I need ages in these later pages because there's some suspect ass activity.
I would say he was 12. She was at best 20. 6 years later, 18 and 26.
But he was away on training, so like he wasn't there when he was 18.
Yeah, when did he get her pregnant? I'll be honest.
That's what I'm saying. Because like he was away at military training. And we don't know
maybe he
how
was
long
14. Maybe we'll give the
and he requested this position to come back here. That means he was gone for a while. So
I need ages too.
let's look at suspect.
Hey, maybe it's just one of those situations where, hey man, different cultures, different
Not in Russia.
I don't know, man. We lived in the same apartment building for a while, way back when. The baby will be born before too long. I see. So you came back for love. Is that all? He's not crazy after all. He's just bad choosing his words.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Huh? How?
Next page.
Oh,
next page.
yeah. They're
Next
okay.
page.
They're about to get into it. Wait, Billy, how long have you been in town? Since yesterday, same as everybody else. It's for my first time back in 5 years. But that means the baby. Oh, right. It's not my.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like what? Yo, what? Oh, what is he? What? Yo, she's with another dude. Oh, this dude's delusional. Oh no,
my heart.
Oh, no, he's delusional.
Okay. Yo, they got us in the first half.
Bro, she's married. She's married. Bro, this dude's delusional.
Well, ex-husband, she got a chance.
Oh, ex-husband. Oh, he's trying to swoop in. Okay, all right, fair enough. It's Ellie's husband, ex-husband to be exact. He walked out on her after she got pregnant. Oh, he's a scumbag. Okay, hey Billy, hey, shoot your shot. Your shot. I respect it. It's gonna be hard to raise a kid alone. I was hoping I could help her somehow. You came back for a woman you're not even in a relationship with? Yep. It's crazy, isn't it? I'm a perfect fit for this town, right? Oh damn, this gives me Resident Evil vibes. Look at this.
Oh yeah, this is some. Oh, this is gonna get crazy.
That's a wall, bro. This 100% was inspired by Attack on Titan. Oh, you got a huge ass wall. Come on now.
Resident Evil. What's another one?
Oh,
The
and how they're dressed is
Division,
for sure Resident Evil.
Last of Us type vibes.
Yeah. This is like a modern apocalyptic type series.
Yeah, they got guns and shit. Okay.
I'm here for it. North Hill residents are not permitted to leave Forest Peninsula. Please exercise restraint until a vaccine can be developed. I mean, Cooper carriers cannot be distinguished from the uninfected. Avoid contact with others when you. Oh, the other part about it is that these Coopers are like humans, so you don't even know they're affected. Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't tell me that she got infected somehow.
She's 100% affected. Come on, we know what it is.
What if she ate her baby? Oh, bro,
I don't think she did because we saw the cover page and he's holding a baby.
But we also don't know if that baby.
Oh, that baby could be infected. Oh, that's tough. Okay. Don't get overeager. Play it cool. Act casual. Be myself, huh, Billy? No way, Billy boy. Hey man, it's time to swoop in. It's time for my guy to swoop in. I don't lie. I didn't recognize you. Look at you, soldier from head to toe. You're taller than me now. Well, it's been 6 years. You haven't changed a bit though, Ellie. You look good. Oh please, are killing me. Look at this belly. The baby's due soon. I told you in my letter. Remember? Oh yeah, you did. It's been so long since I've seen you. I feel like I've been going back in time to. Wait, why'd you come back? You managed to get out before the lockdown. Yup, sure did. You were safe out there. Some Coopers apparently left town before the chaos died down. Sure, but they say that was handled. I've never heard of a cannibalism case happening outside of North Hill. So you should have been safe, right? You've got it right. No Coopers out there. Nuh-uh. Then why'd you come back? It's not like it was back then. Once you come in, you can't get back out. Well, the army chose my assignment. What can you do? Well, that's a flagrant disregard for human rights. Our military is full of tyrants. How dare they devalue human life like that? Come on, calm down. Forget about that. Feed me something. I miss your cooking. Besides, we have a lot of catching up to do. All right. I mean, hey, shout out Billy, man.
This is.
Sorry, it's just a hodgepodge. Ever since we went into lockdown, it's been hard to get good food. Nah, it's delicious. I missed this. Thank goodness. I haven't cooped up a proper meal in ages. Tell the truth, my research is on hold for my maternity leave, so I haven't had proper conversation with another person in ages either. That being said, hardly anyone's been at the lab since the lockdown went into effect. Gotcha. Sounds like that's going. Sounds like the going tough. The going's tough anywhere. Did I read that right? Gotcha. Sounds like the
going stuff everywhere. Yeah. No
it's a weird sentence. What? No surprise there. We've been greatly limited in what we can do. It's why I have to get back to my research as soon as I can. Won't going straight back to the lab be rough? Being a single parent will be a lot of work too. I'll figure it out. That's how these things go. All right. Shout out the dynamic. I wanna spice it up. Thanks for the eats. You can leave the dishes. I'll do them later. I don't get it. You got to take care of your health. Moments ago, an individual believed to be a Cooper was shot dead in the street. With Cooper extermination counts on the rise, the Ministry of Defense is considering dispatching additional troops to North Hill. The infectious agents for Cooper disease still hasn't been identified. Everyone's given up on a cure. Just killing them solves nothing. If the cause is pathogenic, surely we could treat them. Ellie, don't be in such a rush. I wonder if they're gonna go. I'm gonna wait. I wonder if they're gonna go a route where they try to humanize the infected. I wonder if that. I'm curious. I'm gonna see here. Your own health comes first. Now, don't worry. A cure will be found eventually. For now, slow down and focus on the baby. After the baby's born, it'll be a minimum of 6 months before I can return to the lab. During those 6 months, more innocent people will be gunned down. No, I can't even be sure I'll be able to return in 6 months' time. The lab itself might be gone by then, for all we know. Let's board it after all. We're both researchers, and first and foremost, we can't afford any distractions. You understand, don't you? Maybe my ex was right all along. The baby, I should have. You didn't make a mistake. Her ex was a colleague. Damn, tough. I believe in you, Ellie, and everything you do. Isn't that girl from Last of Us named Ellie?
Yeah.
They did it on purpose. 100%. Come on now. Put your mind at ease and have your baby. I'll pitch in too. My place is nearby. That ought to take a load off your mind, right? I couldn't make you do that. Expectant mothers tend to worry too much when alone, right? Don't worry, you aren't alone anymore because I'll always be by your side. Shout out him. So listen, I know it's a little early for this, but oh damn, straight up proposed. Hey man, I respect the forward
No
forward
Riz.
approach.
There is no Riz in this at all. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know, man.
There's no
You
bait.
know, he showed up when she's at her worst. He's being like affectionate. He's being there for her. Then brought out the ring. Come on, man.
That's low key toxic. She just talked about like how her ex-husband just left, or why her ex-husband just left, and she's questioning whether she should have kept the baby or not. Oh, by the way, while you're dealing with all those thoughts,
Hey man,
No.
take advantage of the opportunity when the emotions are high. But boy, come on now, straight up.
It's called being toxic. It's called being toxic.
What, Ellie? I've loved you ever since the day you came back to North Hill. Will you marry me? Hold on, marry you? What are you talking about? Marriage, a vow of lifelong love. I love you. But this is so sudden. You're only 16. 16. He's 16. I thought he was 18 at least, bro. Oh my god, this guy, bro. He's just a
He's a
emotional
kid.
teenager. Oh, that's
So he left when he was 11.
10 because he was 6 years later,
Oh, yeah. So he left when he was 10.
bro. 16 is so crazy. 16-year-old soldiers is also crazy, by the way. Not gonna lie. 60-year-old soldiers is also crazy. That would be a problem, right? Not to mention we're too far apart in age. Age is just a number. I love you, and the baby is not yours. It doesn't matter if it's not mine. I love your baby too. I love you, Ellie. Wait, I love you. I love everything about you. But what about you? What do you feel about? How do you feel about me? I've always saw you, including this pure, straightforward side of you, as an adorable younger brother. So I've never thought of you that way before. I'm sorry you aren't a child anymore. Forgive me. I have so much going on right now. I can't find a good answer. I'm really flattered though. But still, you're so young. Facts. He is so young. We need another time skip. Hey, not gonna lie. Now that I know this is an emotional teenager, that's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
It's so
He's
crazy.
delusional.
He's so delusional right now. What is his parents doing to let them get this delusional?
They're probably dead. This is a manga. They're probably dead. They're probably
Fair.
dead.
Actually, facts. You ought to put yourself out there, meet more people. Gotcha. Yeah, of course. My bad, Elliot. Got kind of carried away. I should have been considering your circumstance. No, I'm the one at fault. Your feelings, I never. Ellie, I think the baby's coming. There's a bag packed for the hospital in the bedroom. On it, right there. I'll get you a blanket too. Hang in there, Eleanor. Almost to the delivery room. Water broke. Ellie, I'm with you. Mask up, sir. I'll be right by your side, Ellie. So just relax and deliver that baby. I can't help with this part, but I'm here for you. Billy, the truth is, I was afraid of giving birth alone. I'm so glad you're here. Shout out Billy, man. Even though he's a delusional teenager, right place, right time. Shout out him, man. Let's get married after all. I'm serious. I'll think about it. Yo, that is toxic. When asking to marry again while she's giving birth, that is 100% toxic. Oh, Lottie popped out, but we still here. I know I'll go buy a gift for the baby. Look, mama, the moon's falling. My head hurts. Gonna pass. A meteorite? What the hell? It feels like it's falling slow motion. Do meteorites really fall like that? Get down. Ellie, I have to protect Ellie. Hello there. You must be a little Billy. Where the Verone. Ooh. Lonnie said his computer bugged out. We're the Veronvas, your new neighbors. We just moved in next door. It's great to meet you. Your granddad did a lot for us years ago. You're the princess and I'm the soldier. Oh, let me did you see the panel about the meteorite blowing up the hospital?
No, my computer like bugged out, so I was trying to log back in. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, this meteorite just apparently just fucking exploded right next to the hospital for some reason. And the main character, he said he was having a headache because of it. I don't know why he was having a headache because a meteorite was falling close to the hospital.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
To be fair, why didn't that other Cooper kill him when he saw the Cooper eating that person? Now
That's
that I
a
think
good
about it,
question.
maybe he's a Cooper. Maybe he's a Cooper.
Okay. What page are you on?
I'm on page 54, 55. And this is a long first chapter. I didn't realize, not gonna lie.
Okay, so it exploded into the hospital. The meteorite looks more like a bomb.
Yeah,
Because it's like it like lands to a specific area and then it shoots shit out.
yeah, I don't know how that happened. So this was intentional. It had to be.
All right, hello there. You must be little Billy. All right, I'm on 54. They're like on the
Okay.
swing set, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're the Veronovas, your new neighbors who just moved in next door. It's great to meet you. Your granddad did a lot for us years ago. You're the princess and I'm the soldier. So I'll protect you, okay? My goodness, thanks. Doctor, what happened? Oh, Ellie's cooked. Oh, damn, that's tough. There's a whole thing in her shoulder. Bro, what? Oh, is that the I thought that was a black hole. That thing is just like float. That's the alien. This is a black spear. Someone, my baby, save my baby, someone. Oh, that thing. Oh, damn. Do you see that? See the black goo trying to go in her legs, bro? I'm gonna that's tough, bro.
This is all right. So not only did they get inspiration from like The Last of Us and Attack on Titan, definitely some tactical hentai. They got some.
I have to show the people. Hey, people, this is what I'm gonna show you. 3, 2, 1. Man, that alien's trying to do crazy stuff. I'm just saying, alien is trying to take that baby, bro. A second meteorite. It's the same as the one 6 years ago. We're in big trouble. Ellie, no way, you're kidding me. She's alive. Thank you, God, for real. I owe you one. Just sit tight. I'll stop the bleeding in a jiff. It's okay. We're in a hospital. You're gonna live. No. Oh, the baby. You can't go dying now. Your mom gave it her all, you know. You have to fight too. I promise I'll raise you right. So come back to us. Ellie. She's in a real bad way. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Wait, what did he do?
He stopped giving the baby compressions to try to save Ellie.
Oh, okay. Ellie, this is gonna hurt a bit, but only for a split second, huh? What the? Her wound healed. No, it's more like the steel pipe. Oh, damn. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, my boy.
We saw this coming, though. We saw this coming.
We did see this coming. That's tough, my boy. She tries to take a bite. Ellie, that wasn't a long bite, right? From a personal standpoint, I'm convinced that the shockwave caused a chemical reaction creating amino acids will require an LCMS 8900 to produce further results.
Again, the artwork on this.
Facts, bro. She looks like a vampire.
That's why we need Ty here.
Look at this shot of Ellie. What? Bro, she just turned into a baddie, not gonna lie. This shot changed. And these aliens are smart as hell, not gonna lie. It's very obvious that they are very smart. These are Cooper symptoms. Huh? Oh, she kicked the shit out of him, bro. Damn. Drops in factor 8, fibrin failing to bind. We've been unraveling the thread of damaged TM function. The cells have high levels of clotting factor. Their healing capabilities made us doubt our own eyes. Anti-apoptosis, prevention of cellular necrosis, preservation of the endo. Bro, they are going in the science. I like science, so I'm not mad at it, but they're going into it. Endolithial barrier. Cooper 29 maximizes the body's cellular protection potential, and for that, ingestion of protein is an imperative. Lonnie's cooked again. It's tough. Your computer bugging out on you.
Yeah, I had to restart it. I'm on my phone right now.
Billy brought up the Glock, man. He's about a shooter. As if I could pull the trigger. Being eaten by the woman I love, I guess I'm all right with it. Ooh, something happens. Okay. Pain receptor activity. No, the rock component is mine. Is she talking to someone? You there. I'll save you. I'll save you. So you save me. The baby's talking. The baby is talking. We have a talking baby, ladies and gentlemen. We have a talking baby. So the baby's a Cooper too, but this Cooper baby is going to help him. Okay. We here, man. We here. We got a talking baby. Straight up. We here. Okay. I see the direction they're going in. I see the direction. Have you seen Parasite Maxim?
Yeah.
It's giving me Parasite Maxim vibes. With this one species that decides to help the main character. And shout out the talking baby. First chapter, Astro Baby. 77 chapters in a first chapter. Is that normal? I don't even think that's normal.
Not for like. That's what I'm thinking. Is this gonna be like a monthly?
I don't.
I feel like it has to with the artwork.
That artwork went crazy. I'm not lying. Let me see the release date. They do have to get in their bag for this because although it's cool, like the stories doesn't blow me away. I'll be honest. It's not unique enough. I guess that's my thing.
Story?
But yeah, the story. It's like not super unique. It says new chapter coming in 5 days. It's weekly. Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested. Like, it didn't blow. Like, artwork blew me away more than everything else.
Agreed.
But I'm wondering, like, the next like few chapters are like where I'm gonna be like, all right, like this is whether it's like actually hitting or not.
No, I 100% agree to that. So I'm gonna definitely kind of lock in for that to kind of see what happens. I'm gonna probably read the first couple of chapters and then kind of let it marinate to see where it goes. But Astro Baby, it's cool. It's cool. Like nothing crazy. Honestly, other than the art, the variety of artwork that I've saw from the cartoon, the super detail oriented characters, to even like the detail oriented cells. Also, they know their science. Like they know their science. So I think it has some cool potential. Before I'm gonna wrap it up, I'm probably gonna read this one more manga because there's another new one. So I don't know if you want to stick around for it. But I'm gonna read Marriage Toxin just because it's another new manga.
You read that, I'm gonna figure out what the hell is going on with my computer.
Okay.
And yeah, I will see the rest of y'all later.
All right, peace, Lonnie.
Right,
Appreciate you coming on, my boy. But yeah, I'm gonna peep in Marriage Toxin. For Shonen Jumps, I'm gonna try to read the new ones and the big ones. So that's literally what we're gonna try to do here. So let's start. Marriage Toxin Chapter 1. It has 6 chapters. So there's actually so much I gotta read here, but we gotta dive into it sooner rather than later. Wait, is the first chapter 82 pages? Bro, I'm only reading the first chapter. Never mind. I'm not reading all 6 chapters. But the fact that they dropped 6 chapters all in one is crazy to me. But I'm only reading the first page. Marriage Toxin. It has an older art style though. Is Marriage Toxin like a new manga? Let me look this up. It says new series. Well, let me verify this. Because if it's just an old series, A Hitman and a Marriage Sooner sit on. Is this an old series? Is this a new series or an old series? Marriage Toxin is written by the manga was officially announced April 11th, 2022, and began its weekly serialization for free on the Shonen Plus Jump Plus manga on the 20th. Oh, so it's not a new series, so I'm not reading it. So it was on Shonen Jump Plus, and it just officially got released for Shonen Jump. Then I don't need to read it. If it's not brand new, I don't need to read it. I'll be honest. That's why it has 6 chapters. I was so confused for a second. All right, well, that's all we got for today. Appreciate everybody who stopped by. We'll be back next Sunday to react to the new Shonen Jump chapters. Y'all have a good one. Take care and peace.